Hey guys, um, I want to mention something in this video that I didn't in the last one, which is why we chose the Model X. And I did mention that I purchased it for my dad. He's older. He definitely knows how to drive, but there was reasons why we chose that particular car. So unless you have owned a Tesla, um, you may not know how easy it is for ownership and operating purposes. So owning a Tesla is easy, meaning if you ever had to take it into service, you can just make appointments on the app. I have legacy cars where if I do have to take it into service, I got to call the dealership, got to make appointments, got to figure out what time, this and that. So even just on the maintenance of the car, it's really easy. There's not much maintenance, and even as well, if you had little problems that can be solved on site, you can also summon Tesla to send a mobile service team to your address, and they'll fix the issues of the car on site. Oftentimes, you don't even have to be there. Just as long as they have access to your car, meaning you left it outside and not in the garage, they can just go to work and get it fixed. So very simple as ownership goes. We also decided to buy that car because the operating um, operating perspective of that car is simple as well. So take, for example, when you have your key, which is actually your phone, in your pocket, as you walk up to the Model X, it'll detect that you're nearby, and then it'll pop the driver's side open for you. So the door is already open, knowing that you're there. And then when you get in, you step on the brake pedal, and the door automatically shuts. And the car's on. There's no button to push to start the car. It's just ready to go. And it's little things like that where you kind of wonder why the other legacy automotive cars and brands don't offer little functions and features like that. It just makes sense, and it's little things like that that make operating the car easy. Um, I understand that many people will still argue that they love buttons. It's easier for them to turn a knob to dial, radios, volumes, AC controls, things like that. I totally understand that. I still have cars that have these switches, but there's something about the Tesla that's very intuitive and easy to use once you get used to it. And it doesn't take long to get used to it. In fact, I think the smartphone these days have already conditioned our brains to swipe and push, make selections. And the Tesla operating system is no different. It's just that intuitive. And if you don't think you can get used to it, I think given maybe 3 or 4 days time, you'll find a way to get used to it. It's really not that hard. So for those reasons, we just thought maybe this was the kind of car that my parents can appreciate. And even by comparison, my mom drives a Mercedes EQS, the 580, and that car still has some buttons you can push for certain functions or features. A lot of it is also through that mega touchscreen. They have that one where the whole dashboard is a screen. And even that car still isn't as intuitive as the Tesla. That menu system is a little convoluted. But anyway, this is my personal opinion. I just don't think it's easy to beat the Tesla. So right now the car is getting wrapped. I wanted to wrap it since this car is in the family for the long haul. So why don't we go and take a look at how that's going? All right, let's go. Okay, guys. So that was a preview of the wrap in progress on the Model X. It's going to take one more day to get it done, and then we'll deliver that to my parents. Um, I wanted to also add in another reason why we bought it, and that would be the price. So when we purchased this car, it wasn't quite determined yet if the IRS would allow one to take the $7,500 EV tax credit as an income deduction, or if it was going to be given at the purchase of the MSRP price. And luckily for us, when we picked up the car, it was finally determined that it would be able to be deducted right off the price of the car as you made the purchase. So we configured that car just so that it would slide under the 80,000 limit of the EV tax credit qualification. So it has the stealth gray paint. It has the 5-seat layout, the black interior, the 20-inch wheels, the round steering wheel, basically no options. So I think the final price came out to 79,000 and some change. With that, you can take the 7,500 right off that price. And in addition to that, I had an extra 1,000 discount because I'm a Cybertruck holder, reservation holder. So in essence, we got $8,500 off, and that's a great car for that price. For all the technology that's involved and all the ease of use and everything, I think it's hard to imagine that car would get any cheaper. So, and even if it does, I can't imagine it would be much cheaper. I hope I don't have to eat my words later, but I do think at this price, it's a great deal. It's a lot of car. In fact, this car now costs as much as when we first bought our Model Y Performance. And it's a hell of a lot more car than that car. So, great deal on that. Also, something I think worth noting is the stereo system on the Model X. I've been using it the last few times that I've been driving, and the sound quality is incredible. You have all these legacy automakers partnering with brands like Burmeister, Bose, Bang & Olufsen, Harman Kardon, and all this. They sound good, but the Tesla one really just has a super crisp, clear sound. I'm not an audiophile, but for the music that I listen to, it's perfect. And the funny thing is, Tesla, they don't seem to have any partnership with any of those speaker equipment makers. So it seems like they're doing this all on their own, and it's a fantastic system they have in there. One last thing worth mentioning, then this goes along the lines of sort of the ease of use of that car. So even something as simple as getting out of the car, you just press a button and the door opens. It just opens for you. So even something as simple as that, it's you don't really think of it until you use it, and then once you use it, you get used to it, and it's hard to imagine going back to an old system. So, in essence, I feel like Tesla's really kind of pushed themselves way ahead of the game, and so, yeah, that's one of those things worth mentioning. Anyway, if you guys have any other questions, let's get a conversation going. See you guys next time.